Ang TNC po ay nakikiisa sa sambayan ng Pilipino para sa isang mapayapang bagong Pasko.
Ang bagong Pasko ay simbolo ng bagong pag-asa. Ito ay isang pagkakataon upang ating mapagnilayan ang mga kaganapan sa ating buhay.
Ang diwa ng bagong Pasko ay hindi mararamdaman sa mga palamuti o karangyaan sa ating kapaligiran, kundi sa alab ng pag-ibig sa ating mga dibdib.
Lahat tayo ay nakaranas ng hirap nitong taon na to. Dahil sa pandemya, nawalan tayo ng oportunidad. Kahit na anong mangyari, pinipilit pa din natin makapagbigay ng saya sa iba. Yan ang diwa ng bagong Pasko.
Para sa akin, ang bagong Pasko ay hindi concerned sa handaan o sa mga regalo. Sharing, giving, taking care of each other. Sana simula ngayong bagong Pasko, ganun na lahat tayo.
Maraming salamat po. The New Channel, maligayang Pasko.
Christmas is always a reminder to have an attitude of gratitude. And that means sharing the love and appreciating everything that matters to you.
Christmas is a celebration of life.
And let us all be grateful that we are enjoying God's gift of life.
Ang bagong Pasko ay simple at payak, nakasentro sa ating pamilya at sa ating Panginoon.
I want to remind everyone that we should treasure the connection that we have. We have our friends, our family, and of course, Jesus Christ.
Para sa akin, ang diwa ng Pasko hindi nagbabago kahit kailan. Ito ay panahon ng pagmamahalan, pag-iibigan. Walang makakatalo sa pagmamahal na binigay sa atin ng Panginoon.
Maraming salamat po, The New Channel. Maligayang Pasko!
Ang tunay na diwa ng bagong Pasko ay hindi lang paghahangad ng mga regalo o mga bagong bagay. Ito ay ang pagpapahalaga sa mga bagay na meron na tayo at ang matutunang ibahagi ito sa mga nangangailangan.
Maraming salamat po, The New Channel.
Dapat din natin tandaan ang totoong diwa ng Pasko, si Kristo Jesus. Noon, ngayon, at magpakailanman.
Ang bagong Pasko para kanako, dili ang masigarbong pagsaulog, kundi ang pag-ambit o ginabang sa mga taong mas nanginahanglan ng panahon sa pandemya.
Ang diwa ng bagong Pasko ay ang pag-iingat sa ating mga sarili, pagiging ligtas sa kapamakan, at pagpapabuti sa ating kalusugan.
Maraming salamat po, The New Channel. Maligayang Pasko.
Maraming salamat, The New Channel. Maligayang Pasko.
Ngayong bagong Pasko, isabuhay natin at maging saksi sa kaganapan sa Belen.
What does the new Christmas mean to me? It means reconnecting. Reconnecting with the people you love, the people you care about, the people you have not spoken with in a long time, that always made you happy.
We should never forget, Christ is still the reason for the season.
The new Christmas for us is focusing on the basic unit of society, which is your family, and virtual togetherness with friends and relatives.
And of course, sharing your blessings to others in need.
Celebrate Christmas with full of gratitude.
Maraming salamat sa New Channel! Maraming salamat sa New Channel!
Ang Pasko ay tungkol sa pagmamahal mo sa pamilya mo at pagiging mabuti sa kapwa.
Christmas is the season of giving, but you cannot give if your hands are closed. So open your hands and your hearts and give. And your open hands will receive so much more.
Maraming salamat sa New Channel! Maligayang Pasko!
Christmas is the season of giving. It is best spent with our families. But let us not also forget that this is the celebration of the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Para sa akin, ang diwa ng bagong Pasko ay ang pagkakaroon ng mas madaming oras para sa ating mga pamilya.
Maraming salamat sa New Channel. Maligayang Pasko!
Christmas is always about sharing and caring, loving ourselves, and loving others.
Ang bagong Pasko para sa akin, malayo man tayo sa isa't isa, ang pagmamahal ay atin pa rin maipadarama. Maligayang Pasko po at manigong bagong taon sa inyong lahat.
sa labi mo'y naglaw na ang iyong tuwa at saya, napalitan ng kaba. Itatanong kung may pag-asa pa. Ang hamon ng panahon ngayon, tayo'y pinaglayo ng pagkakataon. Ngunit ikaw nag-iisa, huwag ka nang mangalamba. May kasama ka kahit nasan ka pa. Malayo man malapit din, ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may kipiling, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y magnidinig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa ng bagong Pasko. Sabihin mo ang bagong umaga, sa pagkakatapay bumangon ka. Sa Paskong darating, pangarap ay tuloy pa rin. Kapayapaan ang maghahari sa atin. Malayo man malapit din, ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may ngiti, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y magnidinig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa ng bagong Pasko. Kahit na magkalayo, ikaw ang laging nasa puso. Kahit nasaan ka pa, tama pa rin ang pagsinta. Ang pagsinta, malayo man malapit din, ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may ngiti, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y magnidinig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa ng panayo man malapit din, ang Pasko'y darating pa rin. May luha man may ngiti, basta tayo'y magkapiling. Sa mundong nagdidilim, tala niya'y magnidinig. Ang pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa ng bagong Pasko. Pagmamahal sa puso mo, ang diwa ng bagong Pasko.
The new channel. The new channel.
The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers, They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the new channel. This is the Family Business with Nato Agbayani. Please watch our show this afternoon. Welcome back to the Family Business with Nato Agbayani. Good afternoon. You're still with TNC. All right, so we have a special guest today. She's the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. Without any further ado, because she's really a very busy person, let's welcome Congresswoman Bernadette Herrera. Yes.
Hi, Nato. Good afternoon.
Good
And good afternoon
afternoon.
to all the listeners
Yes.
and viewers of this TNC.
Yeah, I know you're very busy, so we'll go right straight into. I know previously, before you've had a family business, but this time you're now deputy speaker. And well, first of all, congratulations on being
Thank you.
elected as a deputy speaker of the House, and also you're involved with Rotary. So, what do you think? What will be your priorities as deputy speaker? And I know. You were part of Bayanihan 1, Bayanihan 2, and also Arise. So what's going to happen, Kong BH?
Well, our priority for the coming 3 days, because as you well know, we'll be having our session Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we adjourn for our Christmas break. Our
Right.
priority is the extension of the validity of the GAA, which we passed on second reading last Wednesday. So we have to pass it on third reading. So we're awaiting for the certificate of urgency from the President so that the extension of Bayanihan 2 can be passed as well. So yan ang priority agenda natin for the next week, to ensure that we extend the validity of GAA and the validity of Bayanihan 2 so that we could maximize all the allocation of the budget that we made for that. As you very well know, there are a lot of things that we weren't able to spend. Like for example, in TESDA, they weren't able to issue a lot of certificates because as scholarships, because of the situation as to how you could conduct training during COVID situation. So we have to extend the validity of that. So by 2021, we can expect a lot of scholarships because we have scholarships for 2021 and then from the 2020. Same with DepEd and other departments. So yan ang isa sa mga priority natin. And of course, ang tinututukan natin is yung Bayanihan 3. Kasi tuloy-tuloy pa rin na kailangan natin ng concentration with job generation to help for capital, capital influx for our small and medium enterprises, non-interest-free loans para makabangon ang ating mga small and medium enterprises and even large businesses. Actually, no one is spared eh. So yan yung mga kailangan tutukan natin, and we're studying yung alam niyo naman yung create, hinihintay din sa amin ng Senate and the executive is so that's something that we're still discussing. So isa yan sa up for discussion for the next 3 days. Pero naman the issue of create is the incentives and all. So we have to really
Correct.
We're really looking into this kasi we want to help the economy and especially the businesses. Diba, coming from a family business like you mentioned before, very important na pangalagaan yung mga negosyo, especially in this time of pandemic, na talagang makikita natin no one is spared. Maraming nahirapan, and we have to assist as much as possible, not just the small and medium enterprises, but even the large enterprises as well.
Okay, so you'll be deputy speaker until the end of
2022, or is it how is it going to?
Well, hopefully, unless matanggal ako anytime sooner, diba? So, of course, that's up to the members of Congress kasi you're elected into it. So, it's up to members of Congress if they want to replace you. Anytime naman kasi if somebody wants to declare my seat as vacant, then they can if they get 2/3 vote, diba, of majority. Hopefully naman wala nang ganyang mangyayari.
Okay, before I know you're very busy, so I'll shift right into Rotary. So you've been a district governor for Rotary 3780 Quezon City, and what's happening now? What are your plans as a civic leader?
Well, Nato, tapos na yung term ko as governor. My term as governor was June 2019 to July 2019 to June 2020. So I just finished my term and I handed over the governorship to a very able governor, District Governor Johnny Yu. Rotary now is concentrating on a lot of disaster preparedness activities. Si Governor Johnny kasi ang kanyang expertise is disaster preparedness. He has a whole group who's really supporting the whole country. Kaya ito ang concentration nila ngayon. They've been to a lot of disaster-stricken areas from the time of his incumbency as governor. And then on top din tayo on the situation of COVID in Quezon City, diba? We put up a quarantine facility in partnership with KKK, and then we did a rapid and PCR testing in partnership with the Quezon City government, going around the different barangays of Quezon City, and then namigay tayo ng maraming mga disinfection machines in 6 hospitals in Quezon City, and a lot of PPEs in all of the hospitals around Quezon City. Yeah.
Okay, so again, what do you think? What will be your priorities going back to Congress and going back to public service? What will be your priorities? I know you have a show also, Servisyong Bayanihan. My son always watches it. Yeah, really. And then I understand for the next 2 years, what will be your priorities as a legislator and partly a civic leader as well?
Well, alam mo ngayon Nato kasi ang dapat concentratean talaga is how to yung buhayin yung economic situation ng ating bansa. We really have to focus on that one. And number one on that list is really jobs generation to help the businesses on how they could get capital na interest-free. It's not small interest-free, diba? Maraming available for all small businesses or even large businesses watching. The small business corporations, DBP, Land Bank, we've provided a lot of funding for it. So you can avail for almost interest-free loans and very easy payment terms. Diba? Of course, tinututukan ko pa rin yung BSP dahil kinukulit ko pa rin sila sa more liberalization sa mga commercial banks natin. Kasi medyo, ito na naman in times of pandemic, yung mga bangko, ginigipit tayo imbis na tinutulungan tayo. And I've been complaining with BSP and I've been harping upon them non-stop. Because, Nato, I remember very clearly when I was handling finance dun sa company ng daddy ko, during the Asian financial crisis, that was the worst, diba? When you expected banks to help you, my God, 42% ang interest rate, diba? Talagang imbis na tulungan ka, talagang nagipit ka. And this is what I've been telling Secretary Jokno. Sabi ko, nakikita ko na naman na ang mga bangko, imbis na pautangin, talagang nagpo-pull out. And this is not healthy because kailangan tayo ng private sector now, especially the businesses. And I'm happy na yung DOLE has been a lot of help. For those who haven't availed of camp, diba? You can avail of camp wherein yung kahit isang buwan mapasweldo ng gobyerno yung mga tauhan ninyo, nabuhay na ulit yung bayanihan too, and then we're extending the validity of that law, then you can avail of it. Ito yung sinasabi nating pangtulong sa mga negosyo para may pangpasweldo sila dun sa mga tao. Dahil I'm sure, diba, during the pandemic, hirap na hirap kayo magpasweldo. And this is a window that government can help you. And then for those na freelance, naglagay din tayo ng tupad at iba pang klaseng assistance to them. Nakapagbigay tayo sa iba't ibang klaseng sektor, diba? Even the creative industry nato, nag-provide tayo. Kasi minsan ito yung mga freelance na artists natin, yung mga banda, di ba? Yung mga nasa comedy bars, ganyan. So, nag-set aside tayo ng a huge amount of money to help them. di ba? Ito naman is pantawid talaga eh, pantawid.
Mm-mm.
So we are concentrating on a lot of aspects of that. Yun, para matulungan, kasi kailangan i-drive mo talaga yung mga businesses. Hindi natin dapat payagang magsara ang mga kumpanya. Tulungan natin silang magbukas. At isa pa nato na tinitignan natin is yung kung paano natin tutulungan yung consumer protection from predatory practices. Alam naman natin yung mga lease arrangements, di ba? Yung
Yes.
mga nire-require ng mga companies, kunwari kahit mga malls natin, di ba? Dun sa mga nag-lease sa kanila. So we have to protect them from predatory practices of big businesses also. So we've been monitoring this and I've been finding a way kasi, di ba, ang hirap minsan mag-consign ng produkto mo sa isang mall, lalo na pag SME ka. And this is something that I've been studying throughout the years. And hopefully with your show Nato, I can get some inputs from you. Kasi yung consumer protection from predatory practices, medyo hindi natin masyadong natututukan sa ating bansa simply because they are big businesses.
Exactly. So, all right. I know you're very busy again.
And also, Nato pala, the strengthening of the ease of doing business. You know naman that
Yeah, that's
one
very
of the authors
important.
of the
Correct.
ease of doing business. Nilalagyan namin siya ngayon ng ngipin. So we're trying to amend the law kasi parang nagiging recommendatory lang si ease of doing business. So, so tinitingnan namin yan and we're improving on how LGUs can cooperate. I don't know if you're familiar with what we did with the internet situation, diba? Talagang sabay niyan po siningit na namin doon na dapat even LGUs maigsi na lang ang kanilang time to approve permits because that's one of the problems na sinosolve natin ngayon. So improving the ease of doing business is one of the priorities.
Correct. So, last two questions. I know you have to go. So, how much is the GAA for 2021? And then, what portion of that is dedicated to, well, ano ba? May bayanihan 4 ba or 5? Can you give our viewers an idea of how our General Appropriations Act looks like in 2021?
Sandali, hahanapin ko yung total natin breakdown. Pero 4.5 trillion kasi itong ating
4.5, all right.
Teka lang. I'm looking lang at the breakdown of our General Appropriations Act.
Yeah, but I suppose a lot of it will go to rehabilitation.
Well, always naman
support,
kasi.
yeah.
Well, majority is of course COVID.
No.
Diba? Kaya
COVID,
natin
also COVID response.
COVID-related, COVID
Yes.
response to help the small and medium enterprises and then kung paano natin matutulungan yung ating mga kababayan na talagang naapektuhan ng COVID. Yan naman na isa sa mga priorities talaga natin. Siyempre, as always, pinakamataas is DepEd, di ba? Tapos,
Yes, of course.
and then of course, importante kasi kahit anong sabihin nila na tinitira nila yung ating DPWH, isa sa mga economic driver and economic stimulus kasi is construction.
Yes.
Diba? So kahit anong sabihin nila, I want to disagree with that one because napaka-importante na may economic driver tayo. And construction is one of those. Kaya naniniwala ako tama naman yung ginawa natin doon. What else? Naglagay tayo ng maraming pondo pa sa tupad, sa AIX, yung bang pangtawid sa mga businesses.
Yes. Support
so we
to
focus
the
on that. And of course, DTI also, lalagyan natin ng maraming support para sa ating mga negosyante. And then, syempre, maraming scholarships. And then, yung provision for internet sa ating mga teachers. Kasi ngayon, di ba yung DICT, tinututukan natin yung paano yung broadband natin, di ba? Yung internet natin is isa sa mga tinututukan din natin ngayon.
Correct. Okay, so I won't keep you for so long. What hope can you give our people, our families in business? What are your words for them para people in this pandemic have really suffered, and I know the people in the House of Representatives are doing their best also in the Senate to really get through this pandemic, and of course the national government. So Yes, please inspire us.
Well,
Give us
well,
hope, PH. Oh, yes.
like I said, yung 2021 budget natin is really designed on how we could cope in this pandemic. Napakadami talaga nating sinet aside na pondo to help family business corporations like yours na makatawid dito sa sitwasyon na meron tayo. Rest assured na intindihan po namin sa Kongreso ang pinagdadaanan ninyo. Siguro nga, coming from a family business din na hindi na rin nagtuloy, medyo naiintindihan ko kung ano yung mga kailangan ng ating mga negosyante as of now. Kaya we're trying, we tried our best to input all those doon sa Bayanihan 3 tsaka dito sa 2021 budget natin. But of course, we're very much open to all your suggestions, diba? To all your inputs. Alam niyo din naman that we are also filing the disaster bill sa Kongreso, napasa na namin. So we're waiting for Senate to act on it, diba? Kasi isa rin yan sa nakaka-disrupt ng buhay natin dito sa Pilipinas. What else? Siyempre, yung issue ng utilities, we're very heavy on that one. So nakatutok naman po tayo dyan. The House of Representatives is really focused on doing that. But more than anything, I know as family business corporations, you're looking into how you will be assisted in terms of capital infusion, in terms of helping you with the salaries of your employees temporarily, diba? And ang pinaka-importante sa inyo is stringent rules, diba? Lalo na on closing your businesses or reopening your businesses. So kasama po yan sa mga titututukan na namin dahil kaya nga gusto namin na yung ease of doing business ma-strengthen pa para hindi pahirapan ang mga kumpanya dito sa ating bansa. And we're trying our best na hindi tayo maging welfare country. Diba? Kaya lagi namin kinokontra yung mga 40s na dapat hindi yan, mas maganda yung bigyan natin ng trabaho kaysa yung bigyan tayo ng dole out. So, we're trying to balance that out in this 2021 budget. So, yun, Nato, rest assured na ito, actually, kung titignan nyo sa ating mga kababayan na nakikinig, I've been in government since 2001 and I've never given so much benefit to the Filipino people. Diba, since 2001, talagang dito sa panahon na to, napakadami nating social benefits na ibigay sa ating mga kababayan. Dati hindi natin kayang maglabas ng ospital na zero ang bill. Ngayon talaga, pag may nahirapan, hanggang kaya nating i-zero ang bill sa ospital ng isang tao, kaya nating gawin eh. And then ang ating college education is free in state universities and colleges. That has never happened. That has never happened except for this administration. At saka yung dami ng nabibigyan natin ng tulong when it comes to employment and yung pantawid na employment, napakalaki ng social benefits that we have been, that the government has been giving in this time. Kaya nakita naman natin ang satisfaction ng mga mamamayang Pilipino rin sa present administration. And I think it's one of the reasons is that we've really provided for that sa ating mga batas.
Yeah. All right, so we'd like to thank you, Kong BH, for joining us despite the very, very busy schedule. We know you have 3 days to really rush things, and before the break in the House, hopefully next year will be a lot better. Again,
I hope so too. Ayun pala, I would like to assure also everyone, we've put a significant amount for the COVID vaccine. So when it becomes available, wag po kayong mag-alala dahil both Senate and Congress naglagay po kami ng malaking amount para sa ating COVID vaccine so that we will be ready when the time comes. Kasi yan naman ang inaabangan po nating lahat.
That's really good news. So, okay.
Kailangan kasi Nato eh.
Oo, kailangan.
Nato,
we need that critical mass.
Yeah, thank you very much. If
thank you,
then.
Den.
Diba, we'll be more than happy. We need all the help and we need all input, especially from those who are in the family business. If there's a law that you want us to pass that can help you, please, I'd be more than happy to listen, sit down, and discuss with you kung ano ang sa tingin nyong nararapat para sa inyong mga family businesses.
Ang TNC has about 30 shows of different subject matter experts. So maybe we can sit down and do a town hall with them and probably give the inputs to Congress so we can really participate in in Bayanihan 4 or 5, whatever there will be. All right,
Three muna,
BH. Three muna. Okay. So thank you very much, Kong BH. Congratulations again. We hope that this new opportunity will give you more opportunities to really serve our people, and we really thank God for you. You're very active now with also safeguarding the utilities. People know that for a fact, and maybe one of these days, when you're done with all of these things, you can run for the Senate. Di ba? Why not? BH. Oo.
Kung iba lang ang sistema ng election siguro sa Pilipinas, mas madali. But you know, in our country, it's still the situation is still it's very difficult to run for Senate.
Yeah, but thank you for serving the country. That's right. For the last 20 years, 12 years old ka pa lang yata, you've been serving the country na. So, grabe na. Okay, so thank you, BH. Yes.
You are very much part of that when I was counselor.
Thank you,
Thank you as kagawad of the fourth
Also.
district of Quezon City.
All right.
Thank you.
God bless you, BH. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Anytime,
All right.
anytime.
Okay, thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Congresswoman Bernadette Herrera D. She has been in the process of really helping out in Bayanihan 1, 2, and 3, and a lot of the SMEs have been consulted, even in the Arise bill with Congresswoman Kimbo and all the other authors. I know there is hope. We just need to really have faith also in our leaders and also do our part. And I know everybody's doing their part. So what we need to really do in 2021, even as we prepare for the new year, is really create opportunities for a lot of people. Later on in this show, earlier we discussed public service with Congresswoman Bernadette Herrera. Later on, we will have a fintech pioneer. They started this company in 1976. It's called MMO Card Corporation. A lot of people know Mrs. Ortiz from Makati before. Those who worked in Makati, she was the pioneer in the PO, credit card. She was a pioneer credit card company, Filipino credit card company. And later on, we will interview her and find out her journey in the second segment of this show. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank Congresswoman BH. And right now, we're going to have a short break, and we'll be right back with Mrs. Marlene M. Ortiz of the MMO Card Corporation. Thank you. Welcome back to the Family Business with Nato Agbayani. You're still with us. Please do watch the other shows on the new channel. Okay, so just don't forget to watch our other shows in the new channel. You can just visit us at our Facebook page or our YouTube page, and you can watch the replays of TNC on Facebook and YouTube. All right, so welcome back to the Family Business with Nato Agbayani. We'd like to again thank earlier we had Congresswoman Bernadette Herrera D, and she discussed about Bayanihan 1, 2, and 3, and of course the General Appropriations Act of the Philippines, where the government intends to support the small, medium enterprises, even the large enterprises, to get through this pandemic. So this afternoon, we have a special guest. The topic for our program today is families in public service and civil society. So we'd like to welcome Mrs. Marilyn M. Ortiz, better known as MMO. Hello, Ate Marlene.
Good
She's
afternoon.
the Chairman and CEO of the MMO Card Corporation. So good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Nato.
Welcome to the Family Business. So, all right. Before anything else, I will just go straight into asking you to tell your story about being a pioneer, no, in family business. So you started the family business in 1976, right?
Yes.
Opo. So, sige, Ate Marlene, can you tell us more about the MMO Card Corporation, how you started, and then later on, we'll go into what your civil society actions are now. I know nagkaroon kayo ng projects sa iba't ibang parts of the country, right? So you can tell us more about this. But please tell us your journey. Kwento mo na, Ate Marlene. Sure.
Saan kaya ako mag-start?
1976.
1976. Wala pa nung credit card sa Makati. Wala pang credit cards except diners.
Yes.
Kahit bihira yung meron ng diners. Basta nung time ng 1976, wala akong student ako, tapos nagtatrabaho ako sa Intercontinental Hotel. Secretary ako doon. Tapos yun nga, working student, chemical engineering yung aking course. Pagkatapos, biglang lumapit sa akin yung opportunity na magkaroon ng business. Yun na nga, na hindi ko akalain, na wala naman ako alam tungkol sa business, biglang naalok ako na maging guarantor ng credit card. So, dahil, basta na lang ako tinanggap, tinawalaan ako ng mga tindahan sa Quad Makati. So, 5 tindahan yon. Kasi nung time na yon, bago kaming kasal ng asawa ko nung time nung 1976, ang sweldo ko 500 pesos. Ang sweldo niya 1,000 pesos. Tapos, yung damit ko nung time nga, 5 lang. Nung time na nagtatrabaho ko sa Intercon, 5 lang yung damit ko, 5 taon ko nga sinuot. Ang dami ko ng beses ko nento sa TV ito. Pero yun talaga ang totoo. Nung time na mag-start talaga ako, talagang working student, yun nga, trying hard na mag-survive sa Metro Manila. So, nagsarili ako support sa sarili, yung bang mag-support sa sarili. Pagkatapos, ang experience ko, yung 5 damit ko na yun, ang sinuot ko nung time na nagtatrabaho ako. And then, lumapit sa akin yung swerte after nang kinasal na kami ng aking husband. 1975 yun, December. Kaya 1976, naging guarantor nga ako ng credit cards dyan sa Quad, Makati. Ang mga naging first clients ko, mga nag-opisina dyan sa mga hotels, sa mga biggest corporations dito sa Makati. Kasi nung time, naisipan ko na dahil iba kasi akong tumingin sa business. Iba ang coming from yung perspective ng mindset ng isang engineer, ang tingin ko solution, yung problema nakikita ko and then yung solution. automatic na pinoprocess, nag-iisip ko yung paano kaya ito. So napalaki ko yung negosyo hanggang yung 5 kong tindahan, dumami ng dumami dahil nga nagkaroon ng bandwagon effect yung plinano ko kung paano ko papadamihin yung customer, paano ko papadamihin yung tindahan, and then ginawa ko, ineksperimentuhan ko, pinag-aralan ko, in-improve ko, hanggang naging nakilala yung pangalan ko nga sa field ng credit cards na yun na nga, para ako naglalako. Nag-alok ako ng credit cards sa isa-isa sa mga nag-opisina sa Makati. And doon napalaki ko yung business na akala ko ganun lang. Hindi ko alam malaking achievement yung nagawa.
Opo. At its peak, yung MMO Card Corporation, mga ilan po ang card holders at the time?
Mga peak na
Yes.
yung mga banda sa mga
Yes, yes.
2000 na. Mga 50,000 na ang clients ko noon.
50,000.
Na gumagamit. Mga ganun.
And
May collector.
you were partnered. May collectors pa rin po.
Meron pa rin collectors. Tapos Jurassic
that
pa yung
time,
aking
right.
wala pang
System.
wala pang, hindi pa ako gumagamit ng POS. Ganun na kadami yung aking clients. Kaya nga napilitan akong gumamit ng banking na system pag process ng cards kasi yun na nga, mano-mano yung system may booklet, sinusulat kamay, ganyan. Pero
ito yung original na 4 gigs, di ba po?
Ito yung 4 gigs. 4
So
gigs pa
in
rin.
2 months, you pay your loan without interest or with interest?
Walang interest.
Imagine
Kasi
mo no interest.
yung mga tindahan ko kasi ang nagbibigay sa akin ng income, ng commission.
Yes.
So may discount
Sure.
ako sa kanila, 8%. Kaya hindi ako nagcha-charge ng interest. Kahit penalties, hindi ako nagcha-charge ng penalties. Kaya nga, ibang klase yung credit card.
Yes, Ate Mardin, so after a few years, you started going into kumbaga nag-change yung mindset mo, di ba? There was a catharsis, no, na nangyari, and you said, bakit ba yung poor walang access sa credit? Tama? That happened at a certain point, no?
Yun kasing nung nag-decide ako na mag-automate ng system, gumamit ng swiping technology na ginagamit ng mga bangko.
Yes.
Nung dinemonstrate sa akin kung anong ginagawa ng system, nakita ko yung na-envision ko yung what can be. Anong kayang gawin itong teknolohiya para ma-expand ko yung negosyo ko. Okay, yung control, yung paano ko makokontrol yung transactions, nakita ko dun sa system. Kaya nangarap ako na, wow, kung nakabigay ako sa napakaraming tao dito sa Makati na walang background, wala bang yung very non-traditional kasi yung processing ng cards Ako nagpo-process personally, may collectors ako, and then bihira ako mag-reject ng applicant. Halos wala akong nire-reject na nag-a-apply. So, binibigyan ko lang na maliit na credit limits, pero bihira ako na mag-reject kasi meron naman akong criteria, pinipili ko yung best na mga companies.
Yes.
Kaya ganon ang basis ko.
Their salaries are good, their companies are stable, so pwedeng pautangin. Kumbaga sa today's term, may algorithm na kayo nun. Ng financial qualifier, no? So, I see. So, I mean, there was a time na nag-change ka ng biglang perspective. Nasabi mo, bakit hindi natin bigyan ng access ang poor?
Okay. Kasi noon, sabi ko, kung target ko ang mass market, hindi pwede na isa-isa ko yan alokin gaya ng ginawa ko sa mga building sa Makati. Hindi na yun, does not apply. Kasi horizontal na ang paniningil niyan, masa.
Yes,
so parang imposible na paano yun. Talagang wala talaga akong alam na possibility na makuha ko talaga ma-target ko yung mass market. Hanggang yung nag-change yung nagbigla akong nag-isip na, teka muna, bakit ba ang mga pobre, hindi sila pinapautang, and yet, bumibili sila ng kanilang mga basic na mga needs nang
Every
walang
day.
every day. So iniisip ko, ang mga may pera na may mga may credit card, inuutang yung kanilang basic sa supermarkets kung saan-saan. Pero yung mga katulad niyan na mga marginalized na sectors, sabi ko may kapasidad nga silang bumili, kung ganun, kapasidad din sila magbayad. Kasi cash nila kumbaga by organizing yung segment na yan, malaki ang kapasidad na ma-prove nila sa buong mundo na kaya silang pagtiwalaan kung gagawin ko yung konseptong naisipan ko to make it happen.
So, Ate Marlene, that's what they call now, if I'm not mistaken, the term financial inclusion. No? Masyadong buzzword na ngayon yan sa financial industry, no? But what we will do is we will go to that later about your projects with the poor after this short break. So, babalikan po natin si Mrs. Marlene M. Ortiz after this short break. Thank you. Welcome back to the Family Business with Nato Agbayani. You're still on TNC. We bring back Mrs. Marlene M. Ortiz of MMO Card Corporation. So welcome back, Ate Marlene.
Thank you.
Now we go into your story on how you started to create social impact in Bicol and even in Quezon City. Paano po nangyari to? Like how did you go about it?
Yung sa payatas kasi, marami akong experiences ba na hindi ko naman hinahanap yung kailangan kong tao o kung sinong dapat kausapin ko, biglang dumadating yung mga tao. So nung nag-isip ako tungkol, hindi ko inisip yung payatas, basta nakarating ako sa UP, na-invite kami mag-present ng MMO concept dun sa social. Merong theater doon na na-invite yung MMO na mag-present ng concept sa mga students. Pagkatapos, doon nag-start na may grupo sa Quezon City na interesado sila na sa magiging outcome ng project, which is socio-economic empowerment ng mga masa, ng poor. Pagkatapos itong mga taong to, nakausap ko, dahil gusto nilang explore kung kailan na kami pwedeng mag-start, dahil kurado sila. Yun, nagkataon na taga Quezon City sila, sabi nila, anong marching orders mo? Kasi excited na kami, gawin na natin, ang ganda. Sabi ko, anong biggest barangay sa Quezon City? Payatas. So yung credit card ng MMO before ay honored pa sa traditional na mga tindahan, like yung mga malalaking malls, yung mga nandiyan na malalaking tindahan, mga basta yung malalaking tindahan like Rustan's, Robinson's, Mercury Drug, basta yung the biggest stores honored dyan. Yun yung time na nag-implement ako ng credit card sa Payatas. Kaya yung mga taga-Payatas, after na na-organize, siyempre meron kami kasi ng social preparation. Yun yung, doon namin nilalatag sa masa kung sino ba si MMO. Ano ba ang gustong gawin ng MMO nakasama ang masa Pilipino? Bakit? Bakit gusto niyang gawin? Ano bang magiging outcome pag nagawa ito? Yung bang mag-agree ang masa na gawin yung konsepto ng MMO? Anong effect? Okay. Ang challenge kasi sa masa is to prove to the world that the Filipino can be trusted. The poor Filipino na walang access sa banking ay pagtiwalaan. So it's the only way for them to prove kung bigyan sila ng chance na gamitin yung credit card. Sa madalit sabi, nagawa namin yung process doon at na-implement sa Payatas na lahat ng mga purok doon, may social preparations kami, may profiling of residents. Pagkatapos nag-issue kami ng credit cards na in-honor sa mga big establishments na tumatanggap ng MMO. Pero maliliit lang naman kasi ang credit limits. 500 pesos lang up to 1,000. Yun. Yun lang ang...
After Payatas, Ate Marlene, I understand you went back to your home province, no, sa Bicol, to implement this with the then former Mayor Jessie Robredo. Is that right?
Oo, yun nga. Kasi itong journey sa Payatas, dumaan muna ang ilang taon bago ko yung sa Naga. Nagkaroon ng problem sa Naga kasi sa Naga biglang pumapasok na yung mga big establishment sa Manila. And ang naging problematic dun yung sektor ng mga negosyante sa Naga. Parang natakot sila na mawala yung businesses nila dahil nga sa pagpasok ng big businesses ng mga malls sa Naga. So doon naman, kaya nagkaroon naman ako ng chance na kausapin yung Chamber of Commerce ng Naga para ma-organize yung mga sari-sari stores, the palengke, yung local merchants na yun ang magiging merchant ng MMO card once na binigyan yung mga tao, similar to the Payatas project, na binigyan ng access na makautang sa mga small stores na yan, sa palengke. Pero ang naging problem doon kasi nung mag-i-implement na kami after doing the social preparation with Mayor Robredo and yung may sanggunian pa, kasama yung sanggunian nila, naglibot kami sa 27 barangays of Naga City, and then yung mga tao na convincing gawin yung project in collaboration with local government, kasi yung local government meron din naman silang kailangan doon sa project with MMO, yung ID ng Naga gusto nilang magamit para sa ID ng city to monitor the social programs. So yung bang mga budget purposes ng city, doon nila i-monitor using the card. So yun. Natigil yon after na ma-issue na namin yung card, then distribute na, ready na. Nung ready na, nasa palengke, gagamitin nga sa mga local establishments, biglang nasunog yung palengke. Kaya yung project tumigil. Kasi ang sabi naman sa akin na mayor, i-rehabilitate natin ang palengke. So yung kasunod nun yung Libanan na. Diocese yun. Okay, 14 towns kung saan yung Diocese of Libanan nandun. Dun, yung ang kontrata ko dun yung Bishop of Libanan to do the same concept, socio-economic empowerment concept.
So, fast forward to 2020 and 2021. What are your plans for 2021 and the next 2-3 years maybe? Kasi I think wala yatang, many businesses are really hindi naman sila not concerned with other people, but many are really focused on revenue, yung tinatawag nating financial bottom line. Apparently, you are concerned with what we call the triple bottom line, no? The financial viability, the ecological viability, and also the social impact. So, what are your plans for the next 2021 onwards?
Sa tagal ko na nag-eksperimento, okay? Since 1997, paano ba yan? Capture the mass market for the credit card.
Yes.
Imposible nga yan. talagang hindi naman sa hindi successful yung aking prototypes. Tumitigil siya. Basta na lang tumitigil kasi nagkaroon ng kulang na pera, kulang na yung kapital ng diocese. So tigil na naman kami. Pero ngayon biglang may dumating na opportunity na napakalaking problema dinala sa atin lahat. COVID, the pandemic. At nung nagsimula ang pandemic, doon ako sa Naga, doon ako sa amin, sa Bicol, sa Milaor, doon ako nagpa-lockdown. Sinadya ko talaga. Okay? At doon ko pinagmasdan yung nangyayari every day na deteriorate yung situation na binibigyan yung mga tao ng pagkain, alam mo naman, bigas, kung ano-ano pinapadala ng local government. And naririnig ko yung government, yung communication ng government na yung pera, parang yung ano pang isusustain, ano pang ibibigay na kasunod kasi wala na rin talagang ibibigay. So ako naman nag-isip, habang nangyayari yan, marami ring nangyayari sa aking field, sa field ng business. Marami na ring kumpanya na nagsasarado. Marami ng, basta lahat ng apektado, wala nang hindi naapektuhan, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kundi sa buong mundo.
Correct.
And nakita ko, yung hindi ko akalaing biglang lilitaw yung pioneering field. Okay? Eksaktong nakarating ako sa aking destination na yung 1976, nag-start ako with walang alam. Okay? Ngayon, wala akong pera, wala. Basta clean slate. Ngayon, MMO, mag-start ng nakaprepare na. Kumbaga, gumawa na ng maraming models, 3 na prototypes, na nangangailangan na lang ng perfect timing. And kung yung perfect timing na yan, ngayong panahon na ang kailangan ngayon ng mga tao, yung knowledge, yung paano ba yung pioneering work?
Yes.
Diba? Wala yatang may gusto niyan eh. Parang, ewan ko, ako lang yatang may sira ang ulo na hindi tumitigil hanggang ngayon, na hindi tumitigil kahanap ng paraan para lang ma-achieve ang isang pangarap, isang vision.
So, being in pioneer work, seeing this pandemic, tapos yung maybe we can call it a faith journey as well, right? So how would you address ngayon yung mga family business members or family businesses that are watching us now? Like what can you say to inspire these people that despite this pandemic, ikaw nga nag-pioneer ka since 76 and now you're still at it, no? Ang business is really ups and downs and you've been there as well. So now that you've been there, how can you inspire these people, the viewers that are watching now, the families in business, I mean, you know, yung word na keeping the faith. Yeah.
Teka, mahaba yatang ano yun pero exciting yung sinasabi mo, keeping the faith. Yes. Yung pandemic kasi hindi man-made eh. Di ba? Di ba force majeure na? Di ba yung force of nature?
Yes.
Yan. Hindi natin na-predict at hindi natin yan ginusto and yet dumating. Okay, paano natin sasagupain yung ganyang problema? Di ba? Anong laban natin dyan? Wala tayong laban. Kahit pinakamagaling tayo, pinakamaraming pera, wala tayong magagawa. Except, tanggapin. Di ba? Tanggapin. Yung maging ready tayo na lahat, kumbaga, mag-umpisa sa panibago na kaya nating i-create now. Okay? Ang kailangan natin ngayon mag-create ng mga bago. Kasi opportunity nga, clean slate nga, kasi yun na nga, yung education, tingnan mo, ang education ngayon, online na. Di ba? And of course, ang dami nang nabago. Ang dami ng kung ano-anong systems lumalabas. Masyadong chaotic ang business environment. Pero ako, ang focus ko talaga, hindi talaga nawawala. Isa lang talaga ako, ang tinitingnan ko lang talaga, isa lang. Okay?
Which is?
Basta alam ko, ang sabi sa akin ng aking mga kaibigan, dyan, sa field ng banking, sa banknet, focus on the unbanked sector. Focus on what you were doing kasi lagi kang nakakabit sa banknet dun sa 3 prototypes mo. Continue, kumbaga. Ngayon, ang nakaka-inspire lang dyan, tayo kasi mga Pilipino, tayong pinakamalaking Kristiyano na grupo dito saan ba? Sa Asia ba o? Sa Asia yata. Na
Asia.
group. O, di ba? Tapos, madasalin tayo, di ba? Para sa akin, ngayon ang opportunity natin na magpakatotoo. Kumbaga, haharapin natin ito ng open arms dahil ako nakita ko yung pag-asa natin mga Pilipino pag tayo nagkaisa. Sobrang laki. Matagal nang dapat overdue na masyado. At isang yan hindi mangyayari sa mga in good times. Hindi yan mangyayari. Pero in bad times, kaya gawin ng Pilipino kung gusto. Okay? Ano ba naman ang common na, ano ba naman kasi ang gusto natin? Common naman eh. Di ba? Pareho naman tayong gusto. May nagsabi kasi sa akin, sabi sa akin ni Dr. Sixto Rojas, your model will end poverty in the Philippines. Ha? Dr. Sixto Rojas. Para sa akin, nung sabihin niya yan sa akin, inisip ko na napakalaking responsibilidad ko sa Diyos, yung accountability. Kung ako magsabing ayaw ko na, kasi pagod na ako, sa tagal. Pero ngayon na merong field na ready na matagal na akong gumawa ng homework at marami na akong dinaanan para ma-inspire ang isang Pilipino na nawala ng negosyo today na, oy, huwag kang mawala ng pag-asa. Eto na yon, panahon na. Okay? Na magsama-sama tayo lahat, magtulungan. Yun ang alam ko.
Well, thank you for that, no, Ate Marlene. This is a very short show. I think we need 3 hours for you. But we have to end soon. So before we go, ano po ang last words nyo to inspire our viewers, our family business owners in this pandemic, in
Ito
this
lang,
crisis?
kasi sa dami kasi sa tagal na ng journey ko kasi ang dami kong napuntahan ng mga iba't ibang mga organizations sa mga tao, farmers, groups, cooperatives. Ang dami ko nang napuntahan at lagi ko naririnig yung lagi na lang poor ang farmer, lagi na lang tayong the sick man of Asia. Sa panahon ko ngayon, sa panahon ngayon, ito na yung panahon para kung may balak tayo na bumawi sa panahon na nawala sa atin, na ma-achieve natin yung tunay na pagbabago at pag-asenso para sa magandang ekonomiya. Yung pioneering work kasi dapat mag-start agad habang nakadapa pa yung marami. Okay? So, ang masang Pilipino ay napakalaki ng numero at ang laki ng pag-asang ang kakayahan nila para tumulong sa gobyerno, hindi maging dependent kumbaga sa mga dole-out. Hindi. They have to empower themselves. We need to teach them how to fish. Diba? Hindi bibigyan ng isda para kainin sa isang araw. Kailangan bigyan sila ng kapasidad, capacitate them. Magbukas sila ng isip para maintindihan kung saan ba tayo patungo at gawin yung nararapat. Yun ang alam ko kasi kung na-overtake na tayo ng Vietnam, di ba? Tayo dati, yung mga Vietnamese na nandiyan lang sa atin at mga refugee. Ngayon yung ekonomiya natin, nahuli na naman tayo sa bigas na iwanan tayo sa palay. O ano na pala ng Pilipino, saan tayo patungo kung talagang hindi na natin sasamantala yung pagkakataon ngayon na magsama-sama na tayo, kalimutan na natin yung mga inggitan, yung mga siraan dyan, at mag-umpisa tayo magtrabaho para tungo sa bagong panahon. Yun lang ang masasabi ko. Salamat, Nato. Bigla mo ako inimbihan, hindi mo ako sinabihan.
Secret, ha? Because your ideas time has really come, and I think this is an opportune time to join us in the show. And before pa naman, in-invite kita, Ate Marlene. So, I'm glad that you're able to join us. Kanina lang magkasama tayo sa isang webinar with the Department of Agrarian Reform, di ba? So, Anyway, usually before we end the show, how can they contact you, ma'am? You have a Facebook page, right?
Yung Facebook page ko kasi, hindi ko kasi nilalagay dun yung aking mga plan. Alam mo naman yung
Hindi.
pioneering work.
I mean, if they just are interested to contact you or how can they contact you?
Di ba alam mo kung paano kaya?
Sige po. Anyway, before we end, usually we have what we call the word of the day. So I will read our word for the day. It's in 1 Corinthians 12 to 14. Just as one body, though one has many parts, but all its many parts form one body. So it is with Christ, for we are all baptized by one Spirit so as to form one body. Whether Jews or Gentiles, slave or free, and we were all given the one Spirit to drink. Even so, the body is not made up of one part, but of many. So in this time of pandemic, we thank Congresswoman BH for joining us, and of course, Mrs. Marlene M. Ortiz for joining us in this show, The Family Business. If you would like to know more about the family business, you can go to www.premierfamilybusiness.com, or you can contact me, Nato Agbayani, at my business advisor page, or you can contact me through my email, premierbrandmanagement@gmail.com. With that, before we say goodbye, please bring in Mrs. Ortiz again to the frame.
Salamat.
Ate
Salamat
Marlene, thank you very much. Okay. We will pray for your efforts to really support the masses and the poor people, to create social impact projects with the MMO Card Corporation. We know you have many plans, and you know what you're doing. And may God bless you. All right.
Maraming
So
salamat, Nato. At sa inyo
that's all
lahat.
we have for today. Thank you, Ate Marlene, for joining us. So everyone, thank you for watching The Family Business with Nato Agbayani here on TNC. Don't forget, family business is everybody's business. And God bless you all, and good afternoon. Bye.